Yo, what is up, guys? So, new update just hit NHL 18. A couple things were patched. A couple small things. Seems like they fixed, or at least tried to tone down the poke checks, tried to nerf those a little bit. And then a couple other sort of smaller things to add to the game. Nothing super game breaking, but they did add actually one new mode in this update called Champions Hockey League. It only updated like about an hour ago, so don't really know what this is, so I just thought I would pop up the recorder, see what this is, and show you guys the brand new mode that they updated in the new patch for NHL 18 today. So it's Champions Hockey League, and it says play through the Champions Hockey League tournament. So obviously, probably just sort of like how they had a Stanley Cup mode and like a playoff mode. It's probably just that with the Champions League. So yeah, we have Group A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, and you can pick one team from one of the groups. So not gonna lie, I do not follow the Champions Hockey League. I don't really know any of these teams, but let's just pick one here. What is the best team? Who has the best overall? Those Lions, the ZSC Lions have a 75 overall. Let's go with those guys. 75 overall. Let's hit start tournament and see what is going, so we can go into our settings. Loading, and it pretty much looks just like a season mode. So pretty interesting if you are interested in the Champions Hockey League. For some reason, there is 5 numbers on a record mark. Usually it's just the 3 wins, losses, and ties. There is 6 here. Maybe that has to do with your division, what division you're actually in. You know, maybe that has to do with your group wins. Maybe. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure about the Champions Hockey League. So let's simulate up to this day. So that was 4 out of the 6 games. Let's simulate to this day and see what happens. So we get the win there, and we lost there in a shootout in our last game. So this pretty much explains it here. The Champions Hockey League playoffs have 4 rounds. First 3 rounds of the playoffs will determine the winner based on a 2-game total goal series. If at the end of 2 games there is a tie, when they will play. If at the end of I can't read. If at the end of 2 games there is a tie, then they will play 1-4 versus 4 10-minute period of sudden death overtime and go to a shootout to determine a winner. That's actually really cool. For the championship game, it is a 1-game final, and if at the end of the game it is tied, the teams will play 1-4 versus 4 20-minute period of sudden death overtime and go to a shootout if still tied at the end of a game. Good luck. So a bit of a different rule set there than the NHL. So just wanted to show this off, you guys. Pretty much get the picture if you're interested in the Champions League. The update just came out, so I wanted to put just a quick little video out showcasing it if anyone is interested. Like I said, there also was some changes to the poke checks. So I'm going to hop into a game in a second here and see if they are noticeable. It's pretty much just like a playoff mode or a shortened season mode with the Champions League. So if you're interested in the Champions League, like I said, probably won't get much playtime for me just because I don't really follow the Champions League, but it does seem kind of fun if you're interested in those champions, or if you're interested in like just quick season modes and stuff like that. But as I said, there was actually a new update to poke checking and a bit different how the skill stick works. So let's hop into a game and see what those changes are like. Another new change to the game, you can now see in HUT and Draft Champions. I believe I'm in Draft Champions right now, and I think it is the same for HUT. You can now see your offensive overall, defensive overall, and your goalie overall in Draft Champions. So a bit of a different change. Before it just kind of went by stars, but now you can actually see your offense, defense, and goalie overalls in Draft Champions. I do not know if that is in HUT as well. Not sure if we're going to be able to get into a game of Draft Champions. This thing is not looking very alive. Let's just go into HUT. Wasn't planning on playing a HUT game, but we'll head into HUT, man. It's a shame. I really enjoy Draft Champions, but it's just not too popular. So let's hop into HUT. Is the overall here? There is. So you can now see your overall on offense, defense, and goalie, which is pretty cool. So now I know my team's a 92 offense, 91 defense, 89 goalie. That's a little better than I thought. Cool. That's a cool update. I really enjoy that. Now you can actually see your overall. Small change, but I really do enjoy that because it's another way. You know, just judging by the stars, you know, in the top right corner, you can't really see. This is also new. You can now see the connection to your user and the kind of the team and the team name that you are playing before the game. That doesn't really give you much insight, but I guess if you can see that the connection is bad, I guess you're able to get out of there quicker. If you see that that thing's on one bar, you're probably going to want to leave. So it gives you a better chance, but it doesn't really show you like their overall or anything, which would probably be a little better. But yeah, and apparently there was a small update to poke check. That I feel like earlier, I don't know if it's just a placebo effect because I'm looking for it, but I felt like I played like 4 or 5 games today, and it was poke check city, and that I felt like would have been poked earlier. I'm so out of position. That's a goal. Yeah, I knew that. I'm trying to focus on the poke check, and I'm losing. No excuses. So he just scored again, just from me trying to poke check, and maybe, like I said, it's a placebo effect, but I feel like they are definitely a little bit weaker. You cannot hit them as fast or as quick and from any angles. Like, it kind of matters more what position your guy is facing, what a move. It kind of depends more on what position your your player is facing, so that the poke check doesn't work. They can't make it completely obsolete, you know what I mean? The poke check still has to work. I feel like people just want the poke check out of the game, which isn't going to work. Cross crease there, you got to bury that, McDavid. But like I said, just from this quick, 8 minutes, I can already see that there is definitely a bit of a difference. It's still super powerful. It's still not obsolete, but I feel like they're definitely not getting through as much as they were before. So that's pretty much the extent of this update on NHL 18. Just wanted to put a video out, kind of giving my initial thoughts on the update and showing the changes. So new Champions League has been added, if you're into that. Also changes to poke checking and a couple just visual changes to the overall and the connection screens on Hockey Ultimate Team, and the poke checking, which could, like I said, definitely change the game a bit. I think it already feels different after just playing, 10 minutes or 5 minutes of this. There's a goal right there. And they're not poke checking me as much. So yeah, overall very good update. I think I'm going to be making these more often every time a new NHL update comes out. Bring you guys a video, show my initial reactions on it. But poke checks look to have been nerfed a little bit, which is good, because I feel like as I'm getting poke checked left and right. But like I said, they're definitely not obsolete, which they can't be. You can't just completely make poke checks suck, because it's just a part of the game. It's what has to happen. Like right there, I mean, I hit the puck. He's got to lose that thing. But they definitely feel a little nerfed, but definitely not game breaking. And some of you guys probably won't even notice a change. But yeah, first update of NHL 18, I would say a pretty positive one. I feel like that right there, I could have poked it earlier, but right there I didn't. So maybe, like I said, it's all in my head. But first update of NHL 18, pretty positive, even though I'm losing 3-1.